What's poppin' YouTube? It's your brother, the MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is power. And if this is your first time watching the MOPOWERZ, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a terrific way to jumpstart your conversation. Now, today's conversation just happens to be a critical one, especially in the state of Kentucky. Why is that, brother MO? Because in the state of Kentucky, Senator Danny Carroll, who is also a former police officer, just introduced a bill to a Senate committee to pass a bill that will kill your rights as an individual, wipe you right out the box, because in that Senate Bill 211, it specifies that you cannot taunt a police officer, you cannot talk back to a police officer, you cannot give the police officer the finger, you cannot really tell the police officer what's on your mind. You can't even look at a police officer wrong. And this takes place when protesting takes place. Now, when protesting takes place, 9 times out of 10, it is because the police did something wrong, and they know they're wrong. So they can come in, kick your door in, the wrong address, shoot the wrong person. Even if they don't shoot the wrong person, they can shoot the person and kill them unarmed. And you as a family member cannot stress your sadness, your pain, your anger. You can't tell the police off. You can't do any of that. You can't do any of that. So they're trying to take your rights away. And this former police officer, who is now a senator, Danny Carroll, says that he introduced this bill because of what happened in the Breonna case situation, what happened in the George Floyd case, what happened with the Michael Brown case. See, all of these cases is where the police officer was wrong, where they actually murdered you, killed you, and just came up in your house. And they can do anything to you, and there's nothing that you can do about it. The police officer has too much power as it is anyway. In fact, just from my opinion, it is the police officers, and this is from history. This is from history. The police officers are the one who causes all the problems that stir up all of the madness in the community. So it's like you call a person who actually started the nonsense in the first place. I'm just saying. What do you think about that? I think that it should be like Mike Pierce did in Indiana. Gave you the right to protect yourself. If the police kick your door in, you got the right to say, "Cacao." You got that right to do that to the popo in Indiana. Mike Pence did that. Mike Pence did that, and that is a good law because that keeps them from overstepping their boundaries. But like I said, this Senate Bill 211 that was proposed by Senator Danny Carroll in the state of Kentucky. Now just think, if this law passes, it could possibly pass in another state. It could pass in your state. It could pass in your state. And we know that the police ain't right. Even the police know that they ain't right. Even the police know that they ain't right. In fact about it, you know, the very same people that you go and vote for, you know, for these offices that you wait in long lines for to go vote for, these are the very same people that are giving these police the power to do this. But I don't know what I'm talking about. Obviously, you don't know what you're doing if you continue to vote and give these people power. That is going to give the police more power to incarcerate you. Give the police more power to take away your rights as a human being. Vote for these people, and they will have you in the dirt. They will have you in the dirt from stress. They will have you in the dirt from frustration. They will have you in the dirt from worrying about what's going to happen today, what's going to happen to my son, what's going to happen to my daughter when they walk outside the door and they face the police, where it is your fault because you gave them that power. All of those that live in the state of Kentucky who are watching this video, go against that bill, Senate Bill 211. Go against that Senate Bill 211. Talk to those people that are in the House of Representatives. It has to pass the House in order for it to pass the Senate and the House before it can be an actual state law. So the Senate themselves has not, according to this date, the full Senate has not voted on it yet, but it has been introduced by a committee. And just think about it. Most states in this country are becoming police states. I'm going to repeat that again. Most states in this country are becoming police states. Are you living in a police state? Are you living in a police state? And if you're in the hood, do you have all of those cameras on the poles that watch you 24/7? But you know what I noticed? That when you go into other communities, you don't see those cameras. I'm just saying. You just see them where a high population of black people are living. That's just real talk. Hispanics and blacks. You don't see those in the Chinese people community, not those criminal crime lights you don't. You don't see those in the Arab community, not those criminal cameras you don't. You don't see those in the Polish community. You don't see those in the German community. I'm just saying. So what is that telling you? I want you to remember one thing. Black people have been here a long time, and we have sustained a lot of things from the evil hand of the Caucasians. Now, you must remember that it's facts. I'm not telling you anything wrong. Even during slavery, you had the overseer, which was also a white man. And if you look at overseer, if you switch it up a little bit, you'll get officer, overseer, officer, overseer, officer. Both starts with the O. Both starts with the O. And both of them have the same job, keeping the slaves in check. I'm going to say that again. Both of them have the same job. The overseer and the officer have the same job, keeping the slaves in check. That's just being 100. Now, if you can't accept that, I don't know what to tell you. You have to accept that or not accept it. But I tell you one thing. This Senate Bill 211 is going to kill us because it's going to be like a domino effect. I said it's going to be like a domino effect. When one state get it, it's going to trickle to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. Just like when they made all of these drug laws, making marijuana legal because marijuana is not a drug, it's a plant. However, you see how those bills trickle down to other states or around to other states, and it's legal now for recreational use? Well, if this bill passes, this Senate Bill 211, it's going to trickle all the way down to your state or around to your state where you live at. Do not allow these police to have any more power. Do not allow these policemen to have any more power. You have people that's in the House of Representatives that's in Kentucky that is in totally opposition to this bill because this bill violates your rights. It violates you as a human being because you wouldn't really have no rights. The police can already do what they want to do to you. Imagine if this bill goes into play. Where's it going to leave you? Where's it going to leave your grandmother? Where's it going to leave your father? Where's it going to leave your grandfather, your sister, your uncle, your brother, your cousin? Where's it going to leave them at? With no rights. With no rights. We already don't have any. And then they're going to introduce a law. Even though I don't live in the state of Kentucky, I do know some people that live in the state of Kentucky, and I am not going back to the state of Kentucky if they pass this law. And you better not go either, especially if you black. Word is bond. Word is bond. Do not go to the state of Kentucky if they pass this Senate Bill 211. And if they do pass it and you black, you need to move out of the state of Kentucky. Not to mention the fact that if you are convicted of this, once this passes, the price would be that you would pay a $250 bail, do 90 days in jail, and when you get out of jail, guess what? They are not going to give you any food assistance. Who don't need food assistance when they get out of jail? Who don't need food assistance when they get out of jail? Sounds like a catch-22 to me. I say it sounds like a catch-22 to me. What do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section. This is very important, especially if you live in the state of Kentucky or near the state of Kentucky. And even if you don't, like I said, this can trickle down or around to your state. I'm just letting you know what's happening. To be aware is to be alive. Leave your comments in the comment section. This is your brother, the MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is power. Thanks for viewing.